morning. It's day 12 here in Cannes. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm up, dressed, and getting ready to go down for breakfast, which starts at 7:30. Then I want to rush over to the Palais to be in line by 8 o'clock when the doors open for the 9 o'clock movie. And we'll hopefully be able to get into the 4 movies I want to see today, including first one, Sleeping Beauty, and the second one, Tree of Life, the Terrence Malick. And then the other two depends on what the lineups are like and stuff like that. So hope to give you a progress as the day goes on, and look forward to vlogging again. Bye. Hey guys, it's about 2 o'clock on Sunday, and I've just come out of the Tree of Life screening, the Brad Pitt, Terrence Malick film, and my head's reeling because it's quite an ambitious film about the meaning of life, etc. And so now I'm just taking a break before I get in line for my next movie. So I have my Red Bull because it's very hard to stay awake these days, and I have also a movie down to grab my panini here. So I'll take about a 10-minute break here munching in the sun and then get in line for the next film. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to see 2 more before I call it a day today. Hope you're enjoying yourselves back wherever you are. Hey guys, it's Andra here. It's about 8:15 on Sunday night outside of the Palais. They've announced the awards for the festival, and they've given out a list. And so I can tell you, you'll have heard it before you see this probably. Tree of Life got the Palme d'Or, and there was a grand prize that was shared between the Turkish director Semen for Once Upon a Time in Anatolia, and the Dardenne brothers for The Kid with the Bike. Best director went to the director of Drive, that stars our own Ryan Gosling in Canada, and gave a special jury prize for Police. And best artist for male was Jean Dujardin, who was the actor in the silent film The Artiste, and Kirsten Dunst in Melancholia. And then best screenplay to the Israeli film, The Footnote. I can't say that. I guess I disagree with Kirsten Dunst. I didn't think that was a great performance. The Artiste is good, and I'm really pleased that the Turkish guy did well too. And the Iranian guy got a directing prize for In Certain Regard last night. So I've seen pretty much all of the competition films. I think I saw, I don't remember the exact number, I think it's 17 out of 21. And I just came out of my 4th movie today, House of Tolerance, about prostitutes in a brothel in Paris in around 1900. And actually I found that to be a far more sympathetic portrayal of women than people are making out in many of the movies here. So for me, the movies are over. I'm going to go get a bite to eat and then go home and pack. And then we'll probably talk a little bit more about the movies as a wrap-up. Cheers. And I've had a bite to eat, and I'm back at my hotel. And before I retire to pack up that enormous suitcase of mine, most of which the clothes I did not use in this past festival, I thought I would just ruminate a little bit about the Palme d'Or and prizes, and give you some sense of what I think might be on the watch list, I guess, for the fall Oscar season. So that means you got to think about the English language films. And for me, that means the I'm trying to check my notes here that I was writing because I'm kind of tired and everything else. But I think the films to watch would be we must talk about Kevin. We should talk about Kevin with Tilda Swinton and John C. Reilly. Tilda Swinton, I think she should have got the Best Actress prize here, not Kirsten Dunst. But I think the film will do well, despite its violence, and because the book was so well received. I think that's the movie to watch. This Must Be the Place, starring Sean Penn, and it has Frances McDormand, a regular in the Coen Brother movies. She's quite good in it too, and I think that one's going to be a big one in the fall. Drive, heck, the director won the Best Director prize, even though he's from Europe. It's totally in English, and it's got a lot of American actors in it. And I think, for me, Albert Brooks, I think I mentioned this in another video, Albert Brooks and his role in this film, if it doesn't garner him a Best Supporting Actor nomination come January, I'm going to be very surprised. Take Shelter. This was a film that was at Sundance, but played here in the which category? Director's Fortnight, maybe, or Critics Week. I'm not sure which program now. But he plays a man who potentially is a paranoid schizophrenic who thinks the end of the world is coming. It's a very strong performance, and I think you'll be hearing about that come the fall. That's called Take Shelter. I think the young gal, one of the Olsen twins' younger sister, can't think of her first name, I think it's Elizabeth, in Marcy May Marlene. Again, it was at Sundance back in January. It's here. She's getting good buzz, and it's a strong film. And it's a first-time director as well, so I think that's something to watch. Tree of Life, it won the grand prize here. I just can't see this having tremendous box office potential. It's very long, it's very artistic, and it's not, despite Brad Pitt being in it and Sean Penn, I just don't think it's going to do big box office, but it might come awards time, get lots of awards. The cinematography is fantastic in it. And what else did I want to talk about? Well, Sleeping Beauty. I saw it today, and I don't agree with Cameron that it's a feminist film at all. I think House of Tolerance is much more feminist in its approach to the subject matter of prostitution and women who take some risks with their bodies. But I think it's a first-time filmmaker, this gal from Australia, and I think it's an extremely accomplished first film, and it's something to watch in the future. Of the foreign films, L'Artiste, despite being French, it's got a lot of American actors in it, and it's a silent film, which may turn off a lot of people at the box office, but I think it's going to be best foreign film for sure. We Have a Pope, probably has a strong contender because it's Moretti and it's Italian and it's a charming little film. The Footnote won best screenplay here, and I think the performances are very strong. It is a very good script. Kid with a Bike, Dardenne, very popular. Whether it makes a final cut, I don't know. Le Havre, also terrific. Kaurismäki, terrific film. Whether it makes the final cut, I don't know. And the film Once Upon a Time in Anatolia, my personal favorite here at the festival. Bonsai deserves a look, and Pedro Almodovar, the Skin I Live In, because it's Pedro Almodovar, it'll be in contention, but it's not a particularly strong work. And what else did I want to say? No, I think that's all I can say partly coherently right now. I may ruminate a little bit more and talk about it later. Bye.